Welcome to Good News, Bad News, everybody. The show with the most news, the toast of the news. You're joined by your favorite hosts, me, Isaac, with the last name, and Davina. Say hello, Davina.
Hello, Davina.
And Jai, the guy who's embarrassed about his hair, so decided to wear a hat today.
That's me. Hello, I'm Jai.
We're bringing you the news that you probably should have heard of, but didn't. And we're going to start off with a lovely bad news story from China. Well, you take it as you want. This is not a political story. The Three Gorges Dam is seeing increased flows of water to the point where they're concerned about the infrastructure of the dam. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but they've had to flood a couple of provinces and cities intentionally to take pressure off the dam because they're afraid that if they don't do it, the dam will explode and collapse.
Did they tell people before they let the water out?
Apparently, as crazy as this sounds, they weren't telling people, and then they decided, well, we'll tell them this time.
They really weren't telling people.
In some cases, they didn't give any warning.
And how floody are we talking? Are we talking?
The town is destroyed. Well, let me throw that sweet, sweet China stories over to Davina. Davina, you got any news?
I've got some news in Brazil. Some pet-loving news. There was a stray dog. It was a stray dog, and it was visiting a car dealership. And they thought, let's give this dog a job. And so now this dog has been employed as a greeter of people at the car dealership, and maybe he says goodbye as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, they've kind of given him a bone. They've thrown him a bone.
Oh, very nice.
And now he has a job, and there's some fantastic photos that got him at a desk.
Hello, welcome to Harrison's Ford dealership. Hope you enjoy your purchase today. That's what I'm imagining. It's like just a talking dog, like one of those new CGI Disney movies where the dog is just there, not like a little. Good morning. It's just like a dog that's actually, hey, welcome to Johnson's Chrysler. Hope you leave happy.
Welcome to Johnson's Chrysler, Brazil.
It's a lovely story. Helping a dog
get back on his feet after the COVID crisis.
Well,
he was making more on unemployment, but now he's got to go back to work.
Yeah. Well, speaking of getting back on your feet after Corona, if you were thinking of traveling to Australia anytime soon, forget about it. Apparently, they're closing the borders until July next year.
No.
Unless you're a student. There is some good news in there. If you're a student, some of the universities are thinking of hiring private planes and shipping in their students from from overseas.
This is because of coronavirus?
Because of coronavirus, yeah. They're thinking of closing the borders for everybody who isn't an Australian resident until July 2020.
That's bad news. That's legit bad news.
Yeah.
You did it, guys!
You won!
Well, a little spot of good news. LeBron James. You guys heard of that guy?
Heard of him?
Apparently he plays a game called basketball. Anyway.
Oh.
He is working with the LA Lakers and the Dodgers to use the stadium, Dodger Stadium, as a voting place for the upcoming American election.
Oh, good call.
He actually started some kind of foundation a while ago that works to make sure people don't lose their right to vote or are disenfranchised voters because of, they shut down the polling places or whatever. So anyway, the reason why this is probably a good thing is because there's all this crap about voting in the U.S., mail-in voting because of the COVID thing. But if they can get these other sports organizations to all convert their stadiums into polling places, that may be a way to get people to safely come out to vote and foil the plans of these evil scoundrels.
Did you hear that they were, the mail-in thing, they were trying to stop everybody from voting by mail. Did you hear the latest tactic that they've taken? It sounds like a villain from a bad movie. They've started removing post boxes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're just removing them. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. There's articles coming out about people from the post offices reporting like, oh, they're just taking away machines that work and things like that, like sorting machines and stuff like that, without explanation. I don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, sorry, this is like news by tangent.
Yeah.
Steve Bannon, you guys know who Steve Bannon is? A little heavy on the American politics here. He was Trump's like campaign guy, and then he was, I forget what position he occupied for a short amount of time in the administration. He just got indicted along with some other people for probably embezzling millions of dollars or something. But apparently he was arrested by postal worker officers, which I didn't even know was a thing. So the plot thickens. Not only is there this thing about voter fraud and cutting money to the post office and removing post office boxes, but now you start to think maybe he was trying to stop his buddy Steve Bannon from getting arrested, who was arrested by these police officers who work for the post office. Can you imagine? Also, I hope they have to wear like the same postal worker uniform with those like woolen shorts. Like in the summer, they have
Yeah.
wool shorts that are cut off like really high up on the thigh, and there's like a yeah. What did you say, Jai? Like a guy with like a stamp canceling gun instead of a
Or a staple gun. Yeah, sure. Stamp canceling works.
I've got some very bad news. Someone in Florida, not just one person, that would be weird, but local officials in Florida, they've approved the release of 750 million mosquitoes that have been genetically modified to reduce mosquitoes.
Oh. You think they're like Terminator mosquitoes? Is that what we're saying? They're like the postal service of mosquitoes.
These mosquitoes have to go. I have been programmed to kill all mosquitoes.
Are you John Connor?
The new mosquito comes. I don't know what they live in, a nest or something. The new mosquito comes back, and they're like, "Hey, Frank, how's it going?" And he's like all roided out, and he's got like ammo bands across his chest. Something different about you? I haven't seen you in a while.
There is no
I'm
threat.
fine. I'm surprised they did that because there has been a lot of worry. It's been talked about for a while. Like, yeah, releasing mosquitoes that would somehow, because of their ability to reproduce, would thin out the gene pool or maybe make the mosquito go away altogether. But a lot of people don't, scientists don't really want to do it because they don't know what effect,
Mhm.
like knock on effects that would have. Like, we kill all the mosquitoes and then, like, a year from now, the planet's on fire.
Well, let's end on some good news. Do you guys like superheroes? Do you like DC? You like Batman?
They're
Like
okay.
that kind of thing? Well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
Because this weekend, tomorrow, is the first day of what they're calling the DC Fandome. It's an interesting name.
Okay.
But what that is, it's basically the first of two 24-hour streams, right? Where they're going to have announcements of Wonder Woman 1984, the new Warner Brothers game, Suicide Squad movie, the Snyder Cut, Black Adam, Aquaman, Suicide Squad video game, the Batman, everything. And all of the actors are going to be there. They're going to be talking, doing interviews. There's going to be trailers. There's going to be behind the scenes stuff. Just like a mini online festival. Originally, it was one 24-hour period. Now they've broken it into two. So it's 48 hours of
Wow.
superhero goodness. Sorry, Davina, what were you saying?
Did you say Apple Man?
Yes, Apple Man. 100%
Cool,
Apple
man.
Well, children, do you get your fruits and vegetables? Don't worry,
No!
I'm an apple man. I shoot apples out of my hands.
And I'm from the Postal Service.
And together we're Apples and Stamps, the crime-fighting team.
Don't forget about me, Mr. Mosquito. What do you
Man,
guys think about the Snyder Cut? Any interest?
I think it's a little bit too snide, if you ask me. Ka-dunk.
What? I don't understand the words. What is it?
Snyder
It's
Cut.
like pork slider.
Zack Snyder.
Zack Slider.
Hey guys, I'm Zack Snyder.
Ah,
Zack Snyder, the director, he got the movie taken away from him near the end.
well,
And
I
then
don't
they,
think he had it taken away from him. I think his family member got sick, so he had to put.
oh, well,
But
I sorry. Yeah, they re-edited it and they changed some things, recut it, reshot some things, changed the look of it, like the what would you call that, Jai? Like the filtering.
just a
They made
big
it brighter.
yeah, yeah, the outlook and everything. But instead of being a really dark look at these characters, they kind of marvelized it. You know, they made it more of a
Vivid.
positive, happy-go-lucky film. Um, and everybody, the people who are Zack Snyder fans, think that they destroyed it. Really, because nobody really liked the film. But honestly, I don't know that other than 300 and Sin City, Zack Snyder had ever really done a good film.
But did he do the first Superman movie in this series?
Batman vs Superman.
No, the other one, the Man of Steel, the very first one with Michael Shannon
Michael
Maybe,
Shannon?
oh, that was good. Yeah,
that
maybe,
was good.
maybe.
If he did that, I like that one with
Yeah.
General Zod. Yeah, Michael Shannon in Superman, and he was good too.
Where have I been? This is
Good in everything.
insane.
Some good news and some bad news. And for all of you out there in the web world, let's just introduce ourselves and sign off saying, I'm Isaac, this is,
Jai,
and over there is,
Davina.
and this has been Good News, Bad News, and we wish you much more good news.
nice guy, end on a fart.
I always end on a fart.